Good morning, everyone. I'm back to do another reading. It's an incredible spread here, and I've just been sitting here with the energy for quite some time. It's so incredible and beautiful that I just need a second here to ground myself a little tiny bit, not too much. But we have the presence of Yeshua, who is going to support us, and he is really sad, for the ways that twins would have suffered coming into these incarnations over and over and over. He knows because he was incarnated, and he knows how difficult it is and the challenges that we face here. So he doesn't want us to worry. He is sending us so much love and has not abandoned us. He hasn't forgotten. And he continues to do his work and forgive, because it wasn't easy, obviously, to go through that. And when I channel his energy, sometimes I feel his pain, and he was just sharing so much love with me. And part of the message I was getting is that there's a lot of work required from him, even from the realms, to help and continue to clear that shadow, dark, dense energy that would otherwise hold us back, hold this planet back from ascending. And obviously that's why he came to begin with, to face atrocities and the darkness, to shift and to bring in the light, and to send and bring messages that were required at the time. Now, I believe that there needs to be a shift. People aren't to abandon everything completely if things need upgrades, and it's important for us to work together to figure out the way that should look as incarnated beings here. And he's going to help from the realms. He's going to touch the ones that need and have that task of really pushing through that agenda of making the shifts, because the concern is that people will abandon spirituality or religion altogether, and that's not the answer. The answer is to make improvements and correct the areas that are infected or that have faltered, right? That's what I'm hearing. I didn't mean for it to become a channeling about that, but do you see how he's holding space here in the energy here? Okay, it's really important for you to have faith and to believe, because be not afraid, only believe. And you see here, people are reaching out to him, and he'll help you. He'll help you, okay? Ask and you shall receive, that your joy may be full. Blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it. That's pretty much what I was just saying, right? And I hadn't read the cards, okay? I usually don't. I was a little bit tearful. That's why you'll hear me sniffling a bit. But I'm going to clear my throat here. Have a drink. There's just so much to channel. All right, so this is going to assist the people that need a clearing around fear, to help push you through to the next phase here of your journey. And just know that all the energies are there and available to you should you choose to accept, to receive, okay? Yeah, that other card over here is, whatsoever you shall ask the Father in my name, he will give it to you, okay? That's what I just said, but just in a little bit of a different way. So this spread started with just a couple of cards over here. And I was channeling the energy of children here, specifically my partner's children, because there was significant interference that set in with them, and we've been separated for many, many years because of that. And I've prayed, and I really do want to reconcile with them alongside my counterpart, and so does he. And I feel like there's a lot of energy coming in right now to clear that darkness, to clear the lies, and everything that was done in the dark is going to come to the light. That's what I've prayed for. It's what I always pray for. I don't wish for ill on anyone. I just wish for the truth to come out. That's all I want, and for healing, and our ability to live together in joy and peace, if that's what we all choose to do. Okay, so we're going to be able to move forward with these messages and this information and this love and healing in order for us to be able to achieve what we want down this timeline. This is the timeline here. It's being safeguarded. Archangel Metatron's in the background here helping. This is you, Divine Feminine. You're nice and stable. Your counterpart is also carrying and holding the same exact energy. And our masculine is ready to come forward. He's going to travel to Divine Feminine to have the conversations, so more than one, that are required to help push us through. There's beautiful birds that just landed on my tree. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. You might hear them in the background there. I'm very connected to the avian realm, and they really do assist with pushing things through. Sorry, yeah, so they're just reminding me what the messages were earlier. So I've always gifted my counterpart and the children with crystals, and we often enjoyed, spending time with them and going to the different shops and things like that. They're aware that I've continued with that. They've reconnected to the crystals recently. And not just that, they're a lot older now. And what I was channeling with my counterpart telepathically earlier was that he wants to work together with me to influence their lives in a way that he feels is going to benefit them around spirituality, because they don't have that in their life. And the Five of Wands here is covered up, okay, because the way that he battled me or thought there was something wrong, and he was fighting it and resisting what I was trying to share with him, he isn't doing that anymore. We're on equal playing ground here, and he's more traditional. I'm more modern, quote unquote, he feels. And he feels like the kids will relate more to me in a way. And that I'm the key to open that up for them, because it's time for it to come back, and he's not quite sure. I think he's tried to connect with them, but he's more traditional. So it's tougher for him because they don't really relate to that so much. But he feels they'll relate more to me. But together, I feel like we're going to be a beautiful balance. And do you see here how this card is on top of the masculine? This is the feminine here. So I'm holding this key, and whatever needs to be reviewed again, he wants me to do that with him, and then he'll allow it to be shared with them. So it sounds like we're going to have a conversation here for me to clarify some things, because there's a misunderstanding, and he doesn't know, and he knows he doesn't know now. And instead of being scared, he's not scared anymore. He's going to open himself up and allow me to teach him, to share. Then that will pave the way for it to be shared with the kids, because they need it. I think he's heard and knows that my children believe and have faith and let me help them. And he sees how it's touched their lives and it's improved their lives in so many ways. This is the past energy here, or maybe present, where this is what's being pushed down, okay? So where he was stubborn and stuck before, he's not anymore. And he doesn't want to worry, okay? And he's ready to put in the work and the effort here to come together to learn what is required, because he knows that I am the healer and I hold the key. Ask. He's going to ask, and he knows that he has to ask, because I've gifted him and I've tried in the past, and he said he would follow up and he didn't because he was too scared. Well, he's walking away from that, and it's going to cause a tower moment. Walking away from being stubborn and being scared to ask is what I meant. And it's going to cause a tower, but it's a good tower. See here, there's 2 portals. This is Divine Feminine. You hold this part of the realm. Masculine holds this part of the realm. Okay. And we're not, usually this card has people, like 2 people falling. That's not, the people aren't there, because we've already come down and we've already descended, and we're ascending back up now, and we're ready to move, okay? And we are receiving purification, have been for quite some time, in order to heal what needs to be healed, okay, and come out of chaos. We don't want that anymore. The elementals, the natural world is protecting us, is helping us move forward here. Yeah, see? They really want to hear from us. Again, these kids want to hear from us, meaning the family. So the counterparts' whole family, not just the divine feminine. Like my family and friends and my kids, like they want to be surrounded by love. I mean, where they are now, it's more chaos and friction and challenges, and things are being forced upon them that make them uncomfortable, is what I'm getting. And that's not how they felt when they would come home to Divine Masculine's home. We all lived together for close to 2 years. We were together. So that's a very long time. And I was a step parent for a period of time. And I tried to maintain a relationship after, but all these karmics set in, all that karma set back in again. And, you know, the point of it all was to clear. And I had to step back to allow that to happen. All right. The Divine Masculine knows that he sought answers from the wrong people. He was confused, thinking that ex-karmics were this energy, Divine Feminine's place, like took Divine Feminine's place and thought, oh, okay, that's the right one. No, they were confused. Okay. And he's sorry that he walked away from your love. It brought chaos in his life. And he's ready to move forward. And we have already moved forward. We're already here. Spiritually, we're already here. And this is being safeguarded, this Ace of Pentacles, because it's here twice. Look. The Divine is holding it, and he knows he needs to bring this to you. And you've created a life that's already set and ready for all of them to come and join if they want, okay? And I'm getting that they do, really do. The star's here twice. You're the guardian. You're protecting all of this, okay? Yeah, look. You're exhausted, Divine Feminine. You should be. But the swords are away from you, okay? Which is good. Yeah. And the Four of Swords is over here. He's exhausted as well. And he doesn't want to work alone anymore. And this is my call in the Divine. And he knows the truth is just right there next to him waiting. All he has to do is reach out and take it. Yeah. And he's been stubbornly in a hermit energy for too long. But he does connect to the moon's energy quite nicely. He's received enlightenment. But there's too much interference around him, so he's not quite getting the messages properly. That's why it's caused towers already. It's because this counterpart, it's because you're not there to create the balance and to help with the clearings. If he's gone to other people for healings, I mean, it's not a bad thing, but in my experience and what I'm channeling and what I often channel for myself is that for the counterparts, only the two carry the codes required to do very prescribed healings, and no one else can do that. He's stubborn. Stubborn. He needs to get over that. He will, because I just turned the cards here. Yep. Took a sweet-ass time. But that's a thing of the past. He knows what he brought you before is not proper, is tainted. Okay? And he's leaving it there, and he's going to have a fresh, clean start here with you. You're the barrier. You hold the cross. You carry that cross within you. That's, when I say cross, it's not the, what do you call it? Like the torture thing that he was put on. It's the one that's on the High Priestess card, but the one that I channeled before I even learned tarot with Michael, because I worked with him for a long time. It's a white, and it's a perfect it looks like a plus sign. I apologize. I know that's not the right word, but it's just, yeah, and I do that a lot with my light language. So it's going to afford you the Ace of Cups, because you're able to successfully hold the energy in the lower realms, and you're not affected in the same way that you used to be. You're clear and you've been cleansed, and you're safe and secure, and you're strong. You carry the holy fire within you as a seraphim. Your energetics creates instant transmutation and safety and protection. So beings that aren't prepared to go through that healing process know to stay away. And you don't do this to harm anybody. It's just what you carry, and you're created that way for a reason. Your judge and jury. This isn't like a human intellectual process. It's in the energetics. And this was afforded to you, Divine Feminine, by God. And that's why you travel these areas. And it's just the energy. And the ones that are ready to face the judgment, you, through that transmutation process, do that for beings. And it helps. It helps them move on and ascend, or go back, or be destroyed, but not in the sense that we understand. Just you go back to the light, because you end your journey and you just hold that position in the universe forever. Okay? And that's okay. That's okay. I feel like this is more Divine Masculine, and he needs to face justice in a way that he has been avoiding, and coming to you to talk about some of these things. So they want me to go back here. You know, he's very stubborn. Yeah, there she is, you see? Justice for what? You know what she is. Dark Feminine, right? You see how the cards are falling? She wanted your Ace of Cups to fall. She didn't want you to succeed, and that's not the case. Okay? So there's no faltering. There's no back and forth anymore. You've overcome it. She knows that you were beautiful and strong, and loved your masculine, because you understood him like nobody else did, and gave him, and never gave up on him, and helped him become the person he is now. She knows. She tried to do that. She couldn't do it. She didn't understand. Okay? She cheated. She lied. You know, she's going to face judgment now. Yeah, you see? Look. You're going to confess truths to the world. So anybody that has heard horrific stories about the situation that it was false, you are the Hierophant. You will speak, people will listen, and people will believe you. People know that you're not a liar. They know your heart. They've seen you over all these years. And I'm channeling for people, this is like years down the road where we are now. This stuff is from before. But she carried this through still, in all these sneaky ways. People are hearing all about this, and they're disgusted. And when the divine says enough's enough, enough's enough. When it's time for justice, it's time. And it's time. It's time. No, Misty. No, I'm sorry, honey. So you're going to be able to move forward 100%. Yeah, you see? Your Ace of Cups is safeguarded. This is your masculine. He knows he's holding it safely there. This is your Ten of Pentacles. This is what you need to overcome, and then you will all achieve this together. Your children will achieve this too, as they grow up and create their own lives for themselves. She would have destroyed this. If Divine Feminine, you didn't stand in your power and do all the things you've done, and Divine Masculine, same thing. And you needed to go your separate ways to achieve that, because you needed to clear the karma. Okay, let's see here. Life is what you make of it. Be brave and reach for the stars. You know you can do it. So we're snuffing her out. We're going to quiet her down. And I wish this for her too. Don't get me wrong. But I defend myself, and I stand up to energy like this when it surfaces. A part of her believes in this, but she's used it in the wrong way. And this is why she finds herself in trouble today. I'm not tasked with judging and judge and jury for her and justice for her. That has been taken care of already by other people and beings. Like, that's not my job. I saw a lot this morning from the time when we were together and we were forced out of our home because of the things she did. And we went back to that place that we should have stayed at this whole time. And that's the property was receiving a clearing this morning, but it's a beautiful sanctuary for us now, because we all still hold on to that place, because we all love that place very much, especially the children, my children as well. She left, she abandoned it. Okay, and then my counterpart and I got together, and it was supposed to be a home that we were going to take over, but she interfered. And as soon as she saw how beautiful it started to become, she was very jealous. And where she had said originally that she would sell it and we would work it out, where of course she would get her share equally, fairly, she decided, nope, I don't want anyone to be there. It needs to be sold, and the money split between the two of them. And he didn't want to fight her. He was too weak and he was too scared. He was stressed out and tired, and he just said, screw it, just get rid of it. And everything fell apart after that. Okay. And he regrets it to this day. This is the one thing that he struggles with. And actually, I think he just drove by. He knows I'm off. I'm on vacation this week. And again, this is crazy, but she ended up moving down the street from me. So just fast forward, right after all that, we separated. He went on his merry way with other people, and I stayed single. My focus was to rebuild my life, and I finally secured my home here. And she ended up buying a home down the street from me. Like, who does that? Someone who's not stable. So over the years, I see him a lot, because obviously, they share custody with these kids, and it's back and forth week about, and he's always around, and sometimes it's awkward, when we were in a state where we say weren't communicating, or the energy was heavy and strong. I mean, right now that's not the case. We are talking again, and we see each other once in a while, and do keep in touch quite regularly, but it's been difficult, and I see them, and I have to keep my distance, because it became very toxic, and it was not okay. They were caught in the middle of that stuff, and she was so erratic and aggressive that even though I tried to keep the peace and just focus on them, like, she just didn't even want me to talk to them. So I just had to step back. That was really, really hard. And that's what they're confused about, And I must be sharing my story for a reason, because I typically don't get so personal, but, we need to eradicate this darkness and these horrible things that have happened. It's not okay. They're scared and they're confused. And my concern always was that they would be, or feel that I abandoned them. I didn't want to. I wanted to be there, but, as a step parent, we don't have a lot of rights. So I always trusted that I would send them love in different ways, and trust that one day they would know, and my door's always open to them, always. And I would just energetically send that out to them. Yeah. My counterpart has been in the hermit mode here, but he's ready to move out of that, because he sees that there's hope. Oh, look. Oh, dear. The boy's been consoling the girl. They know I'm heartbroken. They know. They can feel it. They see it in my face when I see them. But the tower moment's over, right? We're going to put that here, because I'm the healer, right? So I'll be able to help. Temperance. There we go. once this truth is spoken, we're going to be able to walk away. And the truth will overcome and will take charge of the ways that we were forced to walk away unfairly and unjustly. And my right ear is ringing. This energy, the balancing has already occurred. She's not doing it. Okay, other cards, the original tarot, it's in motion. It's been done. And again, I carry this, and everywhere I go, I create temperance, I create balance. And this being is also with us all the time. So to help tweak where there's an area that needs balancing. She's affording us hope here. The feathers represent the angelic realm for me, so we're going to allow Archangel Metatron to now cleanse and clear this, and this will come into existence and reality for those who are ready. So I'm giving you a caution here. Okay, ex-partner here of my counterpart, the truth is coming for you. And I hope that you can participate in healing this alongside us. And if you can't, you will be pushed to the side because they have the right to it, and we're coming. We're coming. Okay. While you have a pulse, make every beat of your heart count. You are a true being of the universe. Your beauty radiates from within. This is what they're holding on to. They have faith that you're going to help them get out of there. Get out of that toxic life. They're scared, but they know with you by their side, they're going to be empowered to speak up. If there's horrible things going on, they need to talk about it. Nobody else can help them if they are not sharing what's happening there. Okay? See, while you have a pulse, make every beat of your heart count. They're scared to talk about what's in their heart. Okay, that's not okay. Don't let life pass by. Be among it and live. That's what they want. And that's what your masculine wants. He's seeing that they're being stifled, that they're not growing up the way that he intended, the way that he wants them to grow up. Feeling safe, happy, healthy, and strong. You know? Because the last time we spoke, sometimes he'll talk to me about what's going on, and he was very upset because more and more and more he's hearing how this person is speaking ill of him and manipulates and wants them to believe things that aren't true. And he's never once spoken ill of her to them, and I never did either. That's not the job that we're social workers, and we work with people to help people. Like, we don't do stuff like this. It doesn't mean we're perfect. He and I would talk, obviously, and share our thoughts and feelings in private, but not once. And I tried for a very long time to be friends with her, to try and help heal things. And the minute he started to come back towards me to reconcile, it kicked up again. And then off he went. And that's when everything happened here in a very, it was dangerous, you know, really. There's a lot of mental health here, undiagnosed. So see, we're healing that chaos here. We're healing the chaos. Because it's time. When it's time, it's time. If in doubt, ask for inspiration from above. Okay, so that's good. I hope that's for her. I hope that she can pray and receive the support that she needs and wants. Okay, so these are your guardians here I'm getting. Look, she's falling back. This is how many times she's cheated and she's stepped up thinking she was going to make it big. She's being sent back down. She needs to start over here. Okay. And some of your guides are apologizing for not being able to step up properly to help you. Okay. And they're going to receive karma for that as well. But you've overcome it all. Okay. because you ended up doing all the work for yourself and defended yourself in all the ways that you needed to. And just know that Archangel Metatron is going to set new energetics here for you and reset this union and this life that we've created to the proper life source energy, and it's going to receive extra protection, and a bunch of new beings are going to come in to help us now blast through this. This is disgusting. It's dark. It's old. It still has a hold somehow. I can feel it. But the animals are going to help push this through. This is Moonstone. Okay. She uses the moon energy in a bad way. We don't. We're connected properly now. We've cleared our karma. We've done our work. Okay. Your union is safeguarded. Don't worry. Your masculine's sacral chakra, and that's linked to the physical body as well. That whole area is receiving an upliftment, an upgrade, and a cleansing. It's been going through a cleansing process. It's almost done, okay? But don't worry. And he wants to live with you. He wants to share. There's a lot that he needs to share, wants to share, and he will. He will. Don't worry. And that it's because he's going to be coming for this. As he should. I had two cards here. I wasn't sure if they were going to make it into the reading, but they are. And that is courage and wonders. And this speaks really beautifully to what I was channeling earlier about the crystals. And they're very curious. And be strong and courageous, Divine Feminine. Don't be scared to share your gifts with them. Just be really, know your audience, right? You're going to have to adjust things a little bit, not too much. Just make sure that they're asking and that you have permission to share. Let them take the lead. But be yourself. Be yourself, okay? Yeah. Change is afoot. After a period of transformation, we're going to have freedom and fulfillment through illumination. And your community thanks you and loves you. Amazing. This is incredible. And she doesn't like that. You shine in your community. You shine at work. You know, she doesn't like that. She hears about it. She's nosy. You know, gossipy. I don't do any, I'm not on social media. My circle is very small. I have my routine and I focus on my kids and myself. There's very few people that I connect with, and I don't do stuff like this. I don't ever talk about her. I don't ask about anything that has to do with her. If information comes to me, okay, whatever, I listen, but I don't usually comment. I stay far away from that. And with my twin, people know not to bring that garbage to my doorstep because I don't deal with that. I don't like it, and I haven't for a very long time. And I'm getting a nice message from my counterpart. He wants me to know that when we come back together, that we are not going to have to worry about dealing with this nonsense like we did before. It's going to be different because we've transformed it. We've cleared the karma, and it's safe, and we're going to be able to live the life that we want and succeed with it and do good. He's such a beautiful man, and he does such beautiful work in the field that he's in right now, and people that the lives that he touched, they're so lucky to have him. He's powerful. All right, so let's just close this up here. There's that bird, okay? See that? Freedom? They're going to help with that. Misty! She's quite active this morning, my baby. All right, so on that note, everyone, I wish you all the very best, sending you all the love and light. Take care.